Hello tanks and tankettes, welcome to a bit of live gameplay, and today's theme is all about pain, both literal and metaphoric. The metaphoric is kind of obvious. I'm going to play a bit of the Sexton, which is terrible. In fact, I've already got the daily today. My first attempt at recording did not go so well for technical reasons, but we actually won the match. Although it was terrible for me because it's a Sexton. But the actual pain comes down to RSI, repetitive strain injury, and that's just because I use a computer a lot. And I've had issues with it before. I just need to take it easy for a while, basically. I've been taking a break from the stream. I've been cutting back a bit on video editing, so that's going to be a bit more patchy for the next while. You know, I'm going to have a specific reason that's not just brain derp. But yes, I thought to myself, okay, what can I do that doesn't require too much use of, you know, having to use both hands and move around a lot and concentrate on what I'm doing. And then I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll play the Sexton because it's awful. I actually made a bit of a gaffe in yesterday's, well, more than one, yesterday's supporter spotlight video. And I think I mentioned at one point, I said something like the LeFH, the LeFH, is the only premium artillery that there has ever been. And that, of course, is not true. There was also the mighty Sexton, which you now can't any longer buy, which is a bit sad because it was the perfect joke gift. It's how to show someone in World of Tanks that you want to give them something, but you really don't like them very much. So, yeah, it's terrible. So, what I'm going to be doing for this video is trying to basically play an entire game, or maybe even two games, with literally just my left hand. So normally I'd be using my right hand to use the mouse and kind of look around a bit and see where I'm going, but no, it's all just left hand today. And I could make maybe a joke or two about, you know, you still need both hands to play artillery, but yes, no, we're going to avoid that. So let's hit shift, go into the God mode view, and a couple of people have said, why don't you use the artillery assist mod? And I have tried it, and I think the last time I tried it was a little while ago, and it was conflicting with something. It was making the client crash or something. I can't remember. There was a reason why. But they may have fixed that since then. But otherwise, I didn't like it that much. So this is probably going to be a zero damage game because I am playing a Sexton. I'm also not a particularly good artillery player, but even the best artillery player, well, the only reason I have an ace mastery in the Sexton is because of RNGs. And I think I've probably mentioned this at some point in the far distant past, where it was literally the most ridiculous, ludicrous game I've ever had in artillery, and I wasn't aiming. I was just clicking at things without even being fully aimed, and I was just one-shotting tanks left, right and centre, and it was the most stupid, ridiculous RNG-ridden game I have ever played in an artillery. And I didn't record it, or I didn't have the replay for it saved, so that's a bit sad. Because it would have been hilarious to actually, you know, to show that, to show people just how stupid artillery can be. Not that I need to show most people, but it was ridiculous. Aim and aim and aim, at which point he's just died. Okay, never mind. So that was a waste of time. So yeah, the Sexton, it's terrible. I mean, I don't know what else there is to say about it, really. I think it's a 105mm gun, but it is lacking in splash. The aim time means that you have to aim for centuries and centuries, and things are a lot more fast-paced at the lower tiers. Woo! Not even 8 damage, someone else hit him at the same time. 32 damage! Woo! Oh yeah, it's so good! So good. So, why Wargaming ever decided to put this in as a premium vehicle in the first place is an absolute mystery. And it wasn't the first premium artillery they put in. Did I say that already? I can't remember. This is my third attempt at recording or something like that. We're literally just going to... Oh, no, it stopped in the shadow of that. No? Okay, maybe I can get a shot. The LeFH the French Premium Tier 5 arty was, of course, the first. But that hasn't been available mostly for a very long time. But they're doing kind of give us your money deals at the moment. And I say deals in the very loosest sense of the word, because the current one, which is the Panzer IV Hydrostat, is on sale for, I don't even know how many euros, but it's a silly price because it's basically a Panzer IV. And there is no reason to buy it unless you are a collector. And I think it was the same with the LeFH. But you might have noticed in the garage, you know, to my shame, I also own a LeFH. So, yeah, we could actually take that out next. It's not really any better. Although it, well, slightly faster firing, I think. I think it aims better as well. And it's got a 390-meter view range on an artillery. It's got as good a view range as, you know, some Tier 9 medium tanks, for instance. So that can actually come in handy sometimes. But, yeah. So that's been my game. 106 damage done. Because obviously, you know, being able to get great results like this makes it an excellent crew trainer. Obviously, Wargaming would want something like this in their game. Oh, also there's a tank left, an enemy arty. Let's just, I'm not even going to aim, why not? That was surprisingly close. Yeah, arty's just so RNG ridden, it's ridiculous. I don't really, I've talked about this at length in other videos, the artillery is the most RNG affected class, and it just, even if it didn't have the problems that it has, it's still, in terms of, you know, from the point of view of playing it, that would make it horribly unfair playing against it. And at the moment, it's just a big lottery for everybody. It doesn't reward skill. It doesn't reward anything except being lucky. So, yeah, I don't know. Artillery, it's a bit... Yeah. Anyway, I could go nuts and put coated optics on this. I have 2 of them in the... You know what? Why not? Just, why not? Screw having money and... Well, I didn't need to buy them, but, you know, I could have put them on a much more useful tank. And instead, I'm putting them on artillery. Because I can be a scout artillery, right? With my B1 hull. Yeah, that'll work. That'll definitely work. So this thing's a bit more like the Bishop or the M37, or... It's got better gun handling stats than the Sexton, but I don't think it does particularly more damage. It's still a 105mm gun, but the Sexton is just... It's bad. It's just bad. Also, we're on the reworked Swamp map, which is a lot better, actually. They do seem to have actually genuinely done a good job in improving this map a lot. A lot of the action seems to take place in the southwest corner. But we'll see. This is a tier 5 battle, so it might just be people derping out all over the place. Well, that can happen in any tier battle, but it's much more likely to happen at kind of tier 5 and below. Let's get into position. I have no idea what a good place to sit is. This is literally my first time playing artillery on this revamped Swamp map. So, yeah, just preemptively drowning myself there, because why not? So, this might be a terrible position. This might be utterly, utterly useless. I have no idea. There is a lot of cover down here now, in the form of these... I think it's meant to be like a monastery, not sure. But there's not a lot to the east. Although there's enough that I'll have fair warning to get out the way and maybe move down this one line further. But anyway, here we have some absolutely thrilling artillery gameplay. I mean, it's so good, right? It's so good. I'm excited right now. I'm so excited for what's going to happen because this is just so interesting. I can't do it. I can't keep it up. It's just... I don't know. It's just... It's terrible. It's terrible. I do like that... I've always felt that one of the reasons maybe people play artillery is the fact that they want to be involved with all the tanks. They want to play tanks, but they don't necessarily want to be playing tanks, if you see what I mean. They don't want to be in the hurly-burly of the scrum, or maybe they've got terrible ping, or their frame rate's bad, or whatever. But for those people that don't want to play tanks because they don't want to actually have to drive around and think about stuff and tactics and calculation and whatever, the fact that Armoured Warfare has a PvE mode which is catering to those people very nicely, I think, or will cater to those people very nicely, I think that is an excellent step. So you don't necessarily have to think that you're playing a mini game that's pissing everybody else off, well, not everybody else, but a lot of other people off, where you can actually play a whole other game mode that's cooperative and doesn't involve having World War II satellite technology, which was, of course, well known. So this is actually pretty much as I said. It's down in this corner, and as you can see, this gun has 0 amount of splash. Got a tracked KV-1, but it aims a lot quicker, and it reloads about, what, 2.5 seconds quicker? So that alone does make this less terrible than the Sexton, but it's still terrible. For one thing, it's an artillery. Oh, I hit the Lee. That UE-57 is probably relatively safe from me, actually, just because he's a very small target. If I could hit him, I could wreck him. But it's the if I could hit him part that's problematic. Right, T-67, who is trying for a bit of flanking action. God bless his tiny little T-67 socks. Are you backing up that way? No. But, yes, he's now aware that he's horribly alone. Oh, no, no, you've gone the wrong way there. You've gone the wrong way. You wanted to go forward there. It's amazing how often when you're playing artillery that people don't cooperate. It's like they don't want you to shoot them. I'm not sure. I mean, that's just my speculation, my theory. Yeah, I'm role-playing as an artillery player right now. Oh, I don't even know. Right, this flank is... Let's actually help out this guy over here. This Crusader looks like he's in trouble. And, oh, I have paid attention just a bit too late. But, again, hey, role-playing as artillery. Much too late to the party. Just being terribly unhelpful. Not helping anyone. Right, let's turn and move down this flank, because the Stug may or may not move in position to intercept those guys. But I'm not going to rely on him, because he's a random teammate, and relying on random teammates, yeah, no, I've played 20-odd thousand battles of World of Tanks now, so I have learned my lesson as far as that goes. I think we're winning this one. They still have an Excelsior that's left alive down there. But, I don't know how he's dead. They've got very few tanks versus actual... in fact, the only 2 tanks left are these 2 up here. So, yeah. Oh, I'm cheating now. I used my right hand there. Oh, dear. Back to the left hand. Very naughty. I'll have to punish myself for that later. By playing more artillery, probably. It's great though. I can play World of Tanks and not worry about my RSI. So, you know, maybe that's another reason that people play a lot of artillery, is they have RSI problems. Could be. Could be. You never know. Have I actually... I've done 48 damage so far. I've actually done less damage in this game than I did with the Sexton, which is pretty special, actually. Right. Oh. Can I pick on an innocent Stuart? No. RNG says no. This really is all in the hands of RNG. It can be perfectly stationary, I can be aiming perfectly, and there we go! I pleased the gods of RNGs by something, I don't know. Role-playing as an artillery player, or maybe it was that goat I sacrificed earlier. Let me tell you, the amount of blood in a goat you would not believe. Oh, there he is. Just gonna snapshot this M37, that's nowhere even close, but whatever. And there's also a birch gun around somewhere. Snapshot! Nope. It'd be funny if it worked. I really wish I had my Sexton Ace Tanker game. I've mentioned this previously, but it was just the most ridiculous artillery match I have ever played. I was literally just turning the thing, firing, and it was hitting. And it was doing that all battle long. It was the most ridiculously RNG infested match I have ever seen. Like the sheer amount of improbable shots I was getting away with. So 3 shots fired, 21 shots fired, 3 that actually did damage. 300 oh yeah, I had a blind hit on a Lee, didn't I? So I actually did 3 times, over 3 times the damage I did in that Sexton 1 game. That's amazing. That's actually, well, that's OP. Utterly OP. So there we go. Now I have to go and beat myself with a birch stick or something, you know, as penance. Or maybe just because, you know, it would be fun. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how it works out. But if in the meantime you enjoyed my suffering, you sick people, you can hit the like button, you can leave any comments below, you can subscribe to my channel, and as always, stay tuned for more.